Now, let's talk about the prevention of substance use and abuse. So this is the grade 9 health second quarter. And according to the International Narcotic Control Board or INCB, Philippines is considered as one of the countries sa Southeast Asia na nag-a-abuse ng drugs, and also recorded din by the Philippine Armed Forces na age 15 to 29 years old yung usual age ng mga abusers or users ng illegal drugs. So in the Philippines, ang number one na reason kung bakit lumalaki yung or illegal drug use or abuse is because of the poverty or yung kahirapan. And also, tinitake siyang advantage ng mga sindikato kasi ang pagkakaalam or ang sinasabi nila, easy money or madaling kumita sa illegal drugs. Kaya pinapasok siya ng mga taong mahihirap, lalo na ng mga Pilipino. And according to the 2012 statistics, the most common type of substance of abuse among Filipino are shabu, marijuana, and inhalants. Now, let's talk about the risk and protective factors in substance use and abuse. When we say risk factors, these are the situations that increase the likelihood of a person to try something that may cause negative effects on his or her life. So, ito yung mga dahilan kung bakit nagugustuhan ng isang tao ang paggamit ng illegal drugs. At kapag sinabing protective factors naman, ito yun naman yung kabaliktaran. Ngayon, alamin naman natin kung ano yung effect ng family sa paggamit ng illegal drugs, yung positive and the negative na pwedeng maidulot ng family. So let's talk about weak parental guidance versus strong parental guidance. So under risk factor, syempre kapag weak parental guidance, napapabayaan yung mga anak. So mahina yung mga rules, yung communication sa family. So in short, napapabayaan yung mga anak kasi mahina yung family values. And then sa protective factor naman, syempre kapag supportive yung parent, kapag laging natututukan yung mga anak, naiiwasan yung pagkalapit nito sa illegal drugs. Syempre, kung may influence yung family, hindi natin pwedeng ihisawalang bahala yung peers and friends o yung mga taong nasa paligid natin. So, syempre, may risk factors din and protective factors yan. Syempre, kung yung mga kasama mo lagi, mga friends mo ay illegal drug users, may possibility na pwedeng gumamit ka rin nun. Ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin yung classification of drugs of abuse. Una muna nating dapat alamin is the gateway drugs. So when we say gateway drugs, ito yung mga drugs or mga substances na pwedeng mag-lead sa atin sa paggamit ng illegal drugs. Halimbawa nito, yung nasa picture, yung cigarette and alcohol. So the first classification of illegal drugs is called depressants, also known as downers. It slows down a person's central nervous system. It relaxes muscles and nerves. Depressants include alcohol, barbiturates, and tranquilizers or yung pamparelax ng katawan. Another classification of illegal drugs is called stimulant or stimulants, also known as uppers or speeders. It speeds up a person's central nervous system. Caffeine is a kind stimulant which is found in soft drinks, energy drinks, coffee, tea, and chocolate. Illegal stimulants are cocaine, nicotine, and methamphetamine, or shabu and ecstasy. Another classification is called narcotics, or also known as the painkillers. It relieves pain and induces sleepiness. Some illegal narcotic drugs are heroin, marijuana, which if taken wrong may cause overdose leading to coma and death. Another classification is hallucinogens, drugs which distorts reality and facts. It affects all senses and makes a user see, hear, and feel things that don't exist and are not real. Long-term use may cause psychosis, which is a mental disorder in which reality is twisted. Examples are lysergic acid, diethylamide, psilocybin, mescaline, and magic mushroom. So this is the last classification of illegal drugs. So we have inhalants. So best example nito is yung rugby na nandyan sa picture. So when we say inhalants, ito yung ini-inhale or hinihigop papasok sa ilong or sa bibig. So before we end our discussion about illegal substances use and abuse, so these are the trivia. Commonly abused drugs in the Philippines are shabu, marijuana, and inhalants. Filipino males are most vulnerable in experimenting and abusing drugs. Prescribed medicine to treat a medical condition can lead to substance abuse and addiction if not taken in the right way. Ibig sabihin, may mga drugs or may mga substances na prescribed naman na ibinibigay ng mga doktor, pero kapag mali ang paggamit may lead to addiction. Let's make it clear ha. For example, yung depressants, painkillers, pamparelax yan. So pwede yung i-prescribe depende sa health condition ng tao. For example, yung tao kailangan niya ng pamparelax or pampatulog, pwede yang i-prescribe ng doktor or nung taong dapat mag-prescribe legally kasi may ginagamot siyang certain health condition. Pero kung hindi siya prescribe, it is illegal. Kaya siya tinatawag na illegal use and abuse. Another thing, yung stimulants natin na uppers, di ba? Pampagana siya or pampasigla. May mga certain na work na kailangan ng alert mind. So, pwede rin siyang i-prescribe. I-prescribe ng doktor legally, and also dapat tama yung dosage na gagamitin mo. And that's all. Thank you for your active participation.